Good evening. I'm Sal Moraro from Glambro, and here
And
with
I'm
me is
Dakota.
my chief marketing officer, Technicolor. Listen, we're here tonight with a very exciting investment opportunity. Now, Glambro is a fascinating product that can put you at the forefront of your financial future. Right, Dakota?
Yes.
Also, hold on, let me check the copy here. Oh shit, this ain't the Glambro bit. Welcome to the fuck is final show? Welcome to final
yes.
show.
No, Final Show Films. Those people, and then they gave us money, but not money.
Welcome to our premier investors, Final Show Films, purveyors of role-playing games.
Entertainment.
What purveyors of whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. So have a good time with it. But you know what? They do a real great job doing whatever the hell it is they do, but they couldn't do it without my favorite, money. And that's why we're here to talk to you about it. We could use some, and they could. Send some to me, some to them, more to me, but some to them.
Little to me. Those scarves are not cheap.
Absolutely. You want to keep Technicolor here in Technicolor? Keep them rolling in.
Yep.
But we especially couldn't do it without our top tier supporters. I don't know who they are. That's our chief marketing officer's job. That's
me. That's me. Yeah. I got promoted. Okay. Yes. That's Samantha Bates, Trevian Alexander, Kat Waterflame, and Elle.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, couldn't do it without you.
Those super awesome people, and you guys are super awesome if you give them money. And if you're not, I will be sad and cry.
Or maybe kill you. All right. We have fulfilled our contractual obligation. I'm out. Goodbye.
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Shadows of the Mountain, the Werewolf the Apocalypse game that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I am your storyteller for the evening, and I am joined tonight by Jeremy.
Oh, sure. Start with me now.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Val. He's a Silver Fang.
Yeah, and William.
Hi, I am William, and I'm playing Ingvar Ulfsdotter, the Hamid Fenris Arm.
And Holly.
I am Holly. I'm playing Dakota, the Octana Galliard Lucas.
And Craig.
Hi, I'm Sal Morano. I'm assuming direct control. I am a Hamid Glasswalker Ragabash.
And Sen.
Then I'm playing Grania, Firelight O'Connor, and eventually Balko Hekau Petrovsky. Both of whom are Hamid. One of whom's a Silent Strider, one of whom's a Glasswalker, one of whom is a Ragabash, and one of whom is a Theurge.
And we will be joined a little later by Mara, who plays Boxcars, Alexander Core, our Metis Black Fury Philodox. And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, vote out the corrupt, and feel free to murder a Frecker in your spare time if you don't have anything else to do.
Ooh, is that on the table?
I'm just saying I can't control what you do with your free time. That's all. Also, a special thanks to the Onyx Path, who always provides us with collaboration materials for this chronicle. You can get access to their upcoming Apocalyptic Record book pre-order at apocalyptic-record.backerkit.com/hosted_pre-orders. We'll pop that link in the chat and the video description on YouTube as well. But the last time we were in Denver, the Wings Pack mingled around the set at Aiden's funeral before Grania informed them that Long Barrel was on the way from his cleanup job, apparently in possession of some important intel gathered from the remains of the fallen Black Spirals. A few of the pack were taken into the council chamber with the local elders to investigate, and the information seemed to confirm that the threat being sought by Intrepid Energy was known to be a powerful worm spirit by the region's spirals. Ingvar had already asked for assistance in hunting down and neutralizing the associated forces before taking the fight directly to Intrepid, and Six Fangs agreed that they could give her an answer as far as what they might be able to do on that score in a day or so. Sal and Dakota, meanwhile, continued socializing, with Val coming along to provide introductions after a fashion. Once the council concluded, however, Grania left for her apartment, and the rest of the pack departed for Val's place to crash for the evening. So, we begin as a pair of vehicles pull up in front of a house in South Denver.
Yes.
Like an actual house.
Yep. It is a duplex essentially. Nobody is in the other side. And the side that they pull, it is a very modular looking building. Sort of lots of squares and rectangles in shape. Nice little lawn out in front. A walkway leading up to a glass door. Lots of big windows in this place. And yeah, Val steps out. All right, here we are. Got room for everybody. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, got room for everybody with ease. Huh?
It's big.
It's all right.
What's the neighbor situation?
I have I've done certain things to make sure that nobody rents out that place.
Like kill people?
No.
Just like maiming?
Just, I keep I pay someone at the realtor's office to let me know when people are coming by to tour, and then I stop by and I introduce myself as the friendly neighbor. And well, you know how humans tend to react to us? Yeah, they don't rent that place out.
I don't know how humans tend to react to me.
Dakota
Yeah,
will
sometimes-
shoot Sal a look.
If people are stopping by sometimes when you're not here, I find just like a pinky finger in a little tasteful box in the mailbox can send the right message a lot of times.
I mean, I'm not gonna mutilate anyone for, like, if they start to close on the paperwork and come by, then I just go over and say hi and be myself, and I scare them off. It's real easy.
See how that
They can't
probably
move
works?
in same day.
Yeah, I can see how that probably works out for you.
See, I thought you were gonna do something truly heinous, like throw a block wide house party where you throw a bathtub and a pool.
No. Yeah, one of these days I'm finally just gonna get sick of it and just rent out the other place, but I don't need it. So, why would I? But anyways, walks up, unlocks the door. Mi casa, it's su casa, only place I'd say. And just when he walks inside, just right off to the side, there's a double door set there. You guys walk into sort of a living room. That's my sort of office space. It's the only place here that's really me space. Do me a favor, leave that place alone. Anything else, feel free.
Got it.
Am I
So-
allowed to use the stuff in your kitchen for breakfast tomorrow?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Is there stuff in your kitchen?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do a lot of ordering in, but no, I keep place stock because, you know.
We might got to swing out before tomorrow. Hey, Technicolor, you still want to do that drive by with them kids that O'Connell was talking about?
Sorry, I just hear drive by with kids.
Yeah. I'm out
All right.
of character. I'm hearing it now.
Yeah,
I apologize.
no, it's fine. Dakota will just kind of stare at him for a minute and then, without saying anything, storm upstairs.
We're getting ice cream. Ice cream.
She has no idea where she's going. She'll go into the first bedroom she
Yep.
sees.
He turns and looks at Alex, who is beside him, I assume coming in together. I know Mara's not here, and just
Right.
goes, she's coming around.
Is that coming around?
Alex gives you a look like,
I feel like that's an accurate Mara expression.
That really is.
Yes, it is.
look,
So, yeah,
I've
though-
stared at her camera for going on 4 years now.
that's
I
legit.
picked up a couple things.
I just like that the audio version of that is she gives you a look like.
Dead silence for quite a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's our Alex.
also not inaccurate.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, the whole house is hardwood flooring. Sort of a darker color. Not black, but like a really dark brown. The
Like,
whole
deep brown and like wood stained deep brown.
yeah, like approaching blackish. Just not like the straight brown. The whole place is it is frankly decorated exactly what you think, and the first thing that comes to your mind when you think very well off 20-year-old guy who lives alone is very sort of lot of couch space, lot of very modern amenities, that sort of thing. Going upstairs, Dakota will probably find.
Is Dakota right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
You'd probably be looking at either bedroom 2 or bedroom 3 as you
Yep.
come up the stairs then.
Okay.
Each of the bedrooms, while the rest of it is very set up like, that's his living space. Each of the bedrooms is very Spartanly decorated and just essentially has a couple full-size beds in each of them.
Hey, 2 times. You shoot me the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, of course.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if
Look,
you had something
I don't
in your
think
back
that
pocket.
deep into my characters to figure out their
I-
Wi-Fi passwords.
I figured you're sharing it on your phone anyway.
What's the combination on their luggage?
1, 2, 3, 4. But no, not really. Yeah. Anyway, pick a spot wherever. And make yourself at home. There is up top. There's the roof deck is where I do my meditation, working out in the morning.
Which room's yours? I mean, you sleep in the office, or you
I
got
tend
it
to
out-
sleep in the master bedroom, but obviously, if you want it, it's all yours.
You got a room on that,
That
top
is-
deck?
Huh?
You got a room up on that top floor?
Oh yeah.
Dibs. He's going
Nope.
upstairs.
That was that kid that always demanded the top bunk at summer camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So okay, Sal is not a kid who got to go to summer camp. Let's be clear.
No, but if he would been able to, he
Yeah.
would have requested the top bunk.
Not requested, demanded.
or demanded. Not demanded, taken.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there would have been no declaration at all. They would have walked in and he would already be there.
Right.
Sal de facto had the upper bunk in his room with his younger brother, but that's
In fairness,
the upper bunk is not accessible for his younger brother. So
it might not be outside the realm of possibility to consider Sal might have just snuck away to a summer camp just to take a top bunk.
definitely. He was like, he's like halfway through the summer camp movie. There's this extra kid with a New Jersey
Yep.
accent. You're like, where the fuck did that kid come from?
You weren't here the first part of the
That's-
movie.
Why do you always show up at like 10 in the morning, wet and covered in leaves? Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Don't worry about it.
Camp,
It's fine.
whatever.
That's the true difference between Sal and Grania. Grania claimed both bunks.
This entire side of the cabin is mine. All right. But you guys managed to get your gear stowed, such as it is. And it's probably an hour before midnight at the earliest.
Cool.
I appreciate you offering up your home to the rest of the pack.
Oh, of course. That's what. Why wouldn't I?
Hey,
You need a place. I got a place. Easy solution.
Nonetheless,
Moriko is here with us, right?
Yep.
I mean, I know, Athena, we're thinking about you and hoping all goes well, but Sal will look at, I guess, Val and Moriko and say, 2 times, coming back down from upstairs. Hey, 2 times, Doc, you got any idea what time we got to be back to pick up the boss?
What would that be? What would that be?
That would be an intelligence and etiquette roll.
I
Difficulty
have that.
7.
yeah, 'cause this is local tradition, so you're the 2 that would know.
1.
Probably shortly after dawn would be best.
Okay.
And
Yeah, sometime just after it gets light.
Yes.
and Dakota is like tucked away in a room upstairs.
She's in, I'm gonna go with bedroom 1.
Okay. Sal just sitting like downstairs again and just sort of yells, "Hey, Technicolor, can we have a timeout? We got to figure out what to do with the boss."
No response.
All right. Sal shrugs and looks at everybody and says, Did anybody in one of them letters, anybody have any idea where you'd want to be laid to rest?
Out of game, did any of the letters specify burial options?
No.
Okay.
Aiden did not care one way or the other, so he didn't put anything in there.
Weird. In Grania's, he said, pour me into a whiskey bottle and throw me in the sea.
I do not remember that.
I think that's
You are
Grania's last
lying.
wish.
And then second off, are Guru burial rites as varied as like regular burial rites across different nations and cultures, or like, or
To
is there
an
like a more
extent,
traditional one?
they tend to vary tribe by tribe, most specifically, but there are as many options as there are options.
Who here wanted to kill him the least in town? Seemed like a weird place to go.
I mean, that'd be easy. That'd be
Hawk's Wandering would be the one that we would talk to in that regard.
Yep.
on many levels.
All right. Seeing as how Technicolor is indisposed, Xena, you want me to reach out, find some details?
When you've got a moment, yes.
Yeah, I got shit, Xena. I got nothing more important than this. You know that.
Don't feel pressured.
Nah, I don't feel pressured. Just want to do right by him. And I will, if I have the Hawks Wanderers contact, I think we might great. If not, I'm going to use the phone book.
I believe we have
Um,
Hawk's Wanderer's contact info
I
from the last
prob-
time we stopped.
somebody-
I feel like Val probably does if nobody else does.
Yeah.
And he'll pass it along.
Okay. I will, whenever it's a good time, Sal will call.
You can call at any moment. Like,
No, I mean,
that's
whenever
kind
it's
of
a
on
good, yeah, whenever it's a good time for us narratively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump in and take
Val
over.
will call out from the kitchen. By the way, there's booze in here if anybody wants.
Good looking out a few
Check one.
times.
But yeah, no, in lieu of anything else, you can dial Hawks's number. It goes straight to voicemail.
Actually, I think because Sal is not a 42-year-old man who grew up without
Mhm.
cell phones, Sal would probably text first and say,
Okay.
to the youths in the group. Would that be more appropriate phone etiquette?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sal would,
Wait a minute.
in
Why
that
did I
case-
answer that?
You're young at heart, Jeremy.
Fair enough.
Is it, though?
I think you're also way more dialed into culture and so forth than I am. But
Old and
Sal-
back, though. Trust
Sal
me.
will. I love that. Sal will text first and say, "This is Spider Fryer. Need to talk.
No,
Need to talk about final resting."
Yay, Bar's here. Okay.
When you got a chance.
Right. Send that away. It pops up on the screen in your sent. Does not say red.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Doesn't say
to be
delivered though.
It's like,
Yes, delivered.
to be fair,
Sent,
it's like
delivered. but
2,
not
3
red.
o'clock in the morning or something like that,
It's
isn't it?
Pretty late.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Sal says, "All right, I reached out. I'll let you know if I hear anything back. Otherwise, it's kind of thing we could maybe touch base on when we go back before dawn to pick him up."
I will.
Go.
If we don't hear anything else, we will ask if anyone knows the local preferences when we arrive. None of us are really natives, so
I mean,
except for obviously yourself, Val,
right.
and more.
I would imagine there probably is. I don't know. Is there any like preferred for the Sept?
Not for the Sept as a whole. That's usually handled along tribal lines in Denver.
Yeah.
go ahead.
Also, child of Gaia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and Val can give me another intelligence and etiquette roll.
Okay.
This one would be diff 8.
2 successes.
You know that there's a grove somewhere local that
Okay.
the Gaians usually use for internments of some sort.
So the local coggies just use a grove. I'm sure Wahaxria can handle or tell you where, however it needs to be.
We'll figure that out once we get there in the morning.
Yep.
Everyone get what rest you can and be ready to rise before dawn.
This is when they get text about flak jackets and a helmet that has 4
Yep.
Sal painted on it.
Yep, indeed.
You get. Did I? I can't remember if I responded to that text last week.
You did. I don't remember what it was, though.
I don't want to double up on it. I think after this, Sal will text back, meeting at the Sept to pick up the boss just before dawn. 2 ground you.
GIF of a vampire bursting into flames in the sunlight.
classy.
Glorious.
Val's going to at some point go upstairs and go check on Dakota.
Okay.
This is the first time your arm's been let go since you've met her. What are you talking? Why?
She will reattach.
I mean,
He
Like a
misses,
magnet.
fair, but
he
also
misses the contact.
he's not. Well, he is not Aiden. He is not. He is not empathetically blind.
Does he say where he's going, or does he just
He
sort
just
of
goes upstairs.
drift upstairs? All right. I'll
He
try to
will
sneak
make. He makes himself a drink. Probably like a tequila sunrise or something like that, and then heads upstairs.
Do you mind if I, Ingvar says that she just grabs an entire bottle of beer?
Oh, no. Like I said, Mikasa is Sukasa, whatever. Take what you need.
Good, because it takes
Well,
a
you're-
lot of this stuff to even begin to affect me.
Yeah, no, while you're here, while you're here, this is your own. Except the office.
Can I?
Fair
Can I-
game.
I was expecting you to
Can
say
I
while
try
you're
to-
here, your family, and just be like, backstage up.
God, where the hell am I on this? With that, can I read that he's probably going up to check on Dakota?
I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Sal walks over and says, "Hey, 2 times, 1 sec."
Yep.
And we'll make a Shirley Temple and hand it to you and say, "Take this to her, all right?"
All right, cool.
As
I'll just
Grumman
pat
leans into Sal.
pat Sal on the arm, and it'll be okay. Sort of thing.
Sal gives you like a, "What did you just do?"
How distracted
Okay.
is Sal right now?
Uh-oh.
From
That's never good.
from what?
Just like, is he kind of thinking about things and operating on autopilot? Is he poking around the house and seeing what he can find? What's his...
No, he's relatively in his own head.
Okay.
It's been a fucking day.
Yep. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So Val goes upstairs.
Yep.
What was that, Mara?
Oh, Alex is definitely exploring, but go
Okay.
first.
Go. So yeah, go upstairs, find Dakota.
She's in one of the bedrooms.
Hey, brought you some.
Oh,
And the glass.
thank you.
Did you? I understand the Shirley Temple. You can make Shirley Temples with alcohol.
I
Does
don't
this
like
have any in it?
alcohol.
That's why I'm checking with Sal.
Yeah, it does not.
Okay,
It is
so yeah.
it is just it, and there are a fuck ton of cherries in it.
Because you absolutely can make Shirley Temples with
No,
alcohol. Trust
No,
me.
it is an extremely grenadine heavy, extremely cherried, like,
Called a Roy Rogers.
and it is the if it, I have the opinion, Holly, please correct me if I'm wrong. I have the opinion that Dakota likes it when the gradient is very clear. So Sal has done like his best, like,
Oh, yeah.
Using the
his
spoon
best-
thing.
yeah, his best like gradual pour. So yeah, so if you're going in and you have like a tequila sunrise in one hand and
Yep.
the shrimp temple in the other, they're like mirrors of each other.
Yep. Yep. No, this one's alcohol free. Promise.
She will sip it.
So, how you doing?
It's been a day.
I know. Just want to make sure you kind of ran up here quickly. And I couldn't tell whether that was just because you're that
I
pissed
don't-
at Sal or just want alone time. If you want alone time, that's cool. I can back off. I understand boundaries.
It's fine. I don't want to be mad at Sal.
I mean,
honestly, it's kind of really lonely being mad at Sal. But I don't
It's-
know.
That's kind of what we do, though, right? We get
It's-
angry at people.
Do we? Because this is new for me.
I mean, most of us do. I don't know. You don't seem like you've got as much as some people, but Arun got a lot of rage in me. So it's easier for me to get pissed at people as a rule. I work on it constantly. I'm sure Ingvaria does too.
I survive on rainbows and hugs, so not much rage.
Yeah, that's fair. But you're still a guru. I mean, you still get pissed at
I
people,
mean,
sometimes irrationally, because
yeah.
we need that shit to fight and shit. So
I mean, when they're hurting my friends, yes.
right. You can talk to them,
No, Sal,
Yeah.
I know. I am. Well, I mean, I'm going to.
Cool.
I'm just waiting.
Cool. I just want to make sure you're doing okay. Your things. Like it wasn't anything more than that.
It's it's just been a day and there are emotions.
That's yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. All right, cool. Well, if you need anything, if you need to know where anything is, I'll be in the house somewhere.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I'll give her space.
Okay. What's everybody else up to? Everybody else,
Exploring.
I was gonna say, would be mostly Alex and Ingvar.
Yeah.
Sal is texting Chansey,
Okay.
letting him know.
Chansey
Go on.
does not respond, but you feel like it's probably at least arrived somewhere.
Okay.
And then maybe 5 minutes later, there's just a string of like garbled script text that isn't in English.
Sal texts back, I know, buddy, me too.
Sal has such a rich, like, narrative of his relationship with random
Everything.
bits of data.
Everything.
Mainly Chansey though.
Yeah, they for anyone walking by the kitchen, basically, it's just Ingvar having sculled a bottle and probably working on a second one as she just sort of like stands with both hands on the counter and just sort of staring at it, and you can just see her eyes going back and forth like she's going over everything in her head, just like constantly, like rapidly planning.
Okay.
While the beer does nothing. Sometimes the alcohol tolerance merit is a curse.
Sometimes it is.
Legit.
Yeah, Alex, first floor, very open floor plan. And then second floor, multiple bedrooms. I think Dakota is in the one that's marked bedroom 2.
Okay.
One.
There isn't one marked bedroom.
There isn't a bedroom.
Oh,
one. There's master bedroom, bedroom
Two.
2, bedroom 3.
I
Yep.
can't read. Two.
That's okay.
And they're very
Sorry.
small because I basically, other than the first first floor, which I just recreated, the other ones I just took straight from the Zillow listing and
Yep.
cleaned them up because fuck if an architect's gonna actually erase any lines on their drawing.
Right. And then you find third floor, there's a final bedroom up there that
Yep.
Sal has dropped his shit in. Plus a bathroom across the way and a roof deck.
Yep.
Okay.
And
All right.
all of the bed since you're all of the bedrooms except for the master bedroom are very sparsely decorated, like very minimally decorated, have 2 full beds in each of them.
Okay.
and like outside of the first.
Now I'm just
floor,
imagining Rob and Laura Petrie's bedroom
I
from the Dick Van Dyke Show with like the two full
okay.
beds and the space in
Okay.
between, you know? Right? Yeah.
You're right.
Mm,
Outside of like the roof deck, like outside of the first floor and the roof deck, the only things that really have any sense, and the walls from in between, in the hallways, the only thing that has any sense of like personalization to it would be the master bedroom, which has personal effects, clothing, very organized, very neat, freaky.
interesting.
Neat.
Um,
Freaky.
yes. But yes, everything else is very generic.
Okay. This is weird. Okay. So Alex goes all the way up to the third floor and then walks around on the roof deck and then goes back down and out of the house again.
Okay.
Hey,
Fair enough.
Boxcars, you all right?
Yeah.
You want somebody with you?
Nope.
You leaving?
Nope. I need fresh air.
Yeah. Just give a shout if you need backup or whatever.
Uh-huh. Go outside. Because I was not here for this. How like urban is the area around outside? Are we like, I don't know where we are.
It's developed.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
There's neighbors and
Yeah.
stuff.
There are neighbors, and
Is there
Yeah.
a yard?
there is a yard. It's not a super huge yard,
Okay.
but there is there's a front yard and a somewhat bigger backyard area.
Is it fenced in the backyard?
It is fenced. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And Val's house is one
Actually,
half of a duplex.
Yep.
The other side is vacant.
Correct.
Okay. Huh.
I'm looking at perspective wise, it is actually a kind of decent sized yard.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Sal, you smell suddenly. You suddenly notice the odor of cranberry and grapefruit, and you look down, and you're holding a sea breeze that you may or may not have mixed yourself.
Huh. Can I try to think back and focus on that?
Yeah, no, there was, and you look over, and Ingvar, as you were standing there in the kitchen, Sal just sort of idly was fiddling with stuff over by where all the ingredients are, and apparently just default made himself a cocktail.
Yeah.
I will take a sip. How'd I do?
It's strong, but it's it's definitely serviceable.
Sal just shrugs, but better than biting my nails. Takes another drink.
Can't remember if I have tried to. I'm past the point where I can't meditate anymore, but have I tried today or not? Because otherwise I would like to. Alex wants to meditate outside in the backyard.
Think you have. I think you've reset your meditation cycles, but I don't think you've started up a new one yet.
Okay. She would like to try. That was the whole thing, and she needs to like recenter.
Sure.
Will it work? Who knows?
You can, yeah, it's definitely worth the attempt.
Okay.
That is Wits and Enigmas 8, I believe.
Yep.
Also, Mara, when you get a chance, I would highly encourage you to go back and watch the video of Jack doing an expert reenactment of Alex reacting to Sal doing something stupid.
Oh no. Okay. Sure.
I think you will feel very seen.
More importantly, go back and listen to the intro.
Of
Patreon spiel.
Of course. No successes. She's just out there Probably for a very long time. I didn't say how long I was going to be out there, but she sits out there for a while until
Okay.
she wants to go to sleep, basically.
Yep.
Can we see her from the window?
From the back of the house, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check, make sure she's okay.
Yep. She's just sitting in the grass.
So it's just at this point, where's Grania?
At her apartment.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. So at this point, it's just Sal and Ingvar on the ground floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Val will eventually come downstairs, go into his office, and shut the door.
Hey, Xena.
She like looks up from where she'd been just staring at the countertop, thinking.
I know you didn't want the job this way, but you're gonna do a hell of a job. You already are.
She like pauses for a second as if trying to figure out what the hell she's supposed to say in regards to that.
You don't gotta say nothing. And don't tell nobody, I'm getting all mushy or whatever, but I just want you to know.
Thank you, Sal.
We're gonna do right by the boss. We're gonna put every last one of these motherfuckers in the ground, then we're gonna burn the ground. And then we're gonna plant trees over every single one of their corpses. And we're gonna turn that whole mountainside red, then green.
You paint a good picture.
All right. But don't stay up all night or nothing, all right? I don't know if we got to do some digging or whatever in the morning, but you might need your beauty sleep.
I'll get the rest I need.
I probably better go find out what the fuck I did to piss off Technicolor.
You probably deserve it.
I always do.
There's a
He'll-
slight grin.
Is she still drinking?
She's probably finished off a second bottle at this point and is going for a third.
He will just kind of reach over with his mostly empty sea breeze and kind of tap whatever she is currently drinking. I guess maybe the new bottle she's picking
Yeah.
out. Just kind of tap it, finish off the sea breeze, put it in the sink, not wash it because he is improving, but he is still an asshole. And we'll head upstairs.
Ingvar, after 3 entire bottles, is the Legolas meme. I'm starting to feel a tingle in my fingers.
Right.
So Dakota, Sal walks upstairs. I assume you're not actively trying to hide.
No, she's in the room. She's
Right.
kind of just sitting on the edge of the bed, kind of just sipping the drink, kind of fiddling with one of the cherries.
Mm-hmm.
Is the door open?
It's probably cracked open from when Val left.
And see Sal sort of comes and looking in.
She has her back turned to the door.
Are you wearing the cherries on your ears? I know you like to do that.
You wear them on your fingers, not your ears.
Sorry. That's my sister used to like to do that. I remember the first time Sophia started to date. Kind of pissed me off.
She'll turn and look at him.
He's not really looking at her. He's sort of like standing. He's got his phone out. It was kind of like flicking at the screen, looking at it and not at her.
So I don't want to be mad at you.
He does look up at that and kind of smiles a little bit and says, "You want to go outside and kick the shit out of me? Sometimes that helps."
No, I don't want to do that either.
You want to fuck What would the boss do? You want to tell me what's wrong?
I don't.
Hey,
I don't understand.
hey, it's okay.
I don't understand you
Oh,
and her back at the
Yeah.
Sept.
I'm an enigma.
But I don't. I think there's stuff I'm not getting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay if I come in.
Mhm.
He comes in and sits on the other edge of the bed from Dakota. Puts the phone away. It's like is it like I mean you get you get sex. I mean that's like you get that part, right? Like we don't got to do that whole talk, right?
I mean, I know what it is. I don't understand why you want it.
Oh boy. All right. If I mean normally I would just say we got to get you laid, but like that's if it's something you're not interested
thank
in, that's totally cool.
No, thank you.
It's like sometimes it's like dancing where you ever sometimes you feel like your feet been still for too long and you just gotta kind of get out that part of you that wants to be out there and dancing.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that's what being with somebody is like for me sometimes like that. Like it helps me kind of get things out and it makes me feel good. And I like that little connection that you make with people that way. And
But you,
Called a
you
child
don't
cell.
even. But
what is she saying?
you don't even know her.
No, I know.
And then you were going to leave me.
No, not.
You
wouldn't go-
were going to leave me back there.
Hey,
The
I'm not. I
first
wasn't.
night after Aiden was killed, and you were going to leave me.
I wasn't gonna leave. I was gonna leave tomorrow night, but I definitely wasn't gonna leave tonight. I wasn't going anywhere. I just look. Sometimes going out, making that kind of connection, even if it's not going to lead to anything immediately, even if it's not going to lead to nothing ever. That just made me feel alive in that moment. Just talking to somebody, just flirting. That when you okay, that's like when you sort of oh fuck. I ain't watched enough nature documentaries for this. Like when you was you know how in movies, right? You know how like when the two heroes in the movie they start to fall in love, right? Does Dakota like romances or romance?
Yeah, like in Batman v
What-
Superman when
What would Sal have shown her? Because she's only seen what Sal's shown her.
Yeah, I mean Sal has shown like a lot of like sort of baseline pop culture stuff. So and a lot of it I think has been like showing cover art or like movie posters to Dakota and letting Dakota pick. So
Mhm.
what I mean, I canonically we know for sure that they've seen Jaws. What might they have seen with a romance subplot in it?
I don't know.
so yeah,
Dakota
when the
would
two
just-
heroes of the movie fall
Forrest
in love,
Gump.
like Hooper and Brody.
Yeah, exactly.
Any musicals? You got
Yeah, Dakota would just pick like whatever looked like the most colorful and exciting.
So Rent.
Bollywood. You
Musical.
you have Bollywood.
Lots of Bollywood and
Musical.
Rent.
Oh yeah, Music Man. Have they seen Music Man?
Sure. You've seen
Well,
The Music Man.
Would
And
Dakota
all of its iconically fantastic representations of functional romantic relationships.
Yes.
So, do you remember when we were watching The Music Man, and there was that idiot who couldn't fucking figure out how to play the music and balance the thing on his arm, and there was that girl, she kept going, "Ye gods," right? I mean, they were both real dumb, but like the two kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know how they'd go out and they'd have like that big ice cream. I remember you said, "Can we get one of those?" And I said, "Not unless we get a time machine." But you remember that, right? Like sometimes it's just, sometimes it's fun. And look, Technicolor, I love you, and you are, you are a sister to me. You ain't even like a sister. You are a sister to me. But there's types of fun that you and I are gonna go on and have with other people, even outside the pack. But it's okay if this ain't a good time for that. You're gonna, you know, in time, you're gonna meet people that you don't love like family. Maybe, and maybe you're not. And you know what? One way or the other, that's okay too. And if we was the kind of people who grew old, you know, I mean, this ain't that kind of life. But if we was the kind of people who grow old, you and me'd be the two sitting out on the porch of the retirement community watching movies together still, or holograms or whatever they got then in the future. But that ain't gonna change, you know. I mean, time's gonna come and whatever happens to us happens. But unless one of us gets called home, we're still gonna be together. And if this ain't a good time for it, you know, then fuck her. I mean, I won't fuck her, you know, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I want you to be happy.
Oh yeah.
And I might not understand it, but if doing that makes you happy, then go. I mean, not right now.
No, I ain't going
You leave
nowhere.
me tonight, I'm gonna be really, really mad at you.
No, listen, look, why don't you and me do something that you know, let's get some rest. Hey, I tell you what, let's you and me, before we get some sleep, let's look at all the different kinds of ice cream cones there is. And let's figure out which kind we're gonna bring to those ones that William told us. You know, Will O'Connell said we could bring some ice cream to some kids. Why don't you pick out the best looking and best?
Said popsicles.
Yeah,
There's a
fuck,
difference.
fuck popsicle. Okay, fine. We'll get
But
some
what
popsicles.
if the kids don't like ice cream?
Okay, how about we get ice cream and we get popsicles? And if those
Okay.
fuckers like popsicles better than ice cream, then they're fucking worm tainted. There ain't nothing we can do about that. But we'll give them the fair chance to choose between the two. How about that?
Some of them might be allergic to ice cream. That might be why he said popsicles.
I will be totally honest. If this is like a whole camp for kids who got lactose intolerance, that is the weirdest fucking thing I ever heard. But you know what? You are right. That might be a possibility. Okay.
Okay.
And you know, let's pick out something that look good. And I tell you what, you let me know how you're feeling as we go on tomorrow. And I get it, you want me to be happy, but I want you to be happy too. That's a whole part of loving each other, okay? So there's gonna be a time when I go out on a date some evening, you know? And there's gonna be a time where you go out and you do stuff that you have a lot of fun with. And that's gonna be okay, but it don't gotta be right now. So how about you check in with me and you let me know how you're doing? Or maybe you come and you tell me, hey, Sal, I got something I want to do. And guess what? You don't get to come. How about that? You tell me that. You say, just like this. You say, Hal, hey, Sal, your hair looks great today, but fuck you. You got
I don't say that. That's mean.
well, but it's okay to be mean sometimes. But you
I
gotta
don't
say the
want
part
to be
about
mean.
But you gotta say the part about my hair, or it's really gonna get me. All right?
Okay.
You know? Okay.
Also, one
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
if you're trying to flirt with these girls, don't lie to them. Careless Whisper is our pack song. Don't lie to them.
I don't think I know how to do that, but I can give it a try.
It's not a good way to get to know somebody.
I mean, I feel like
I don't like it when you lie.
Ifa and I, we was pretty direct with each other. I mean, you heard her. She likes to fuck. I like to fuck. I mean, that was nice, straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. All right. I'll watch The Lion. All right.
You won't do it.
I won't. I won't do it.
She will give him a big hug.
Oh God. Oh. Oh. All right. You want to look at some ice cream? And popsicles.
Yes.
All right. You want to stay in this one? I grabbed the room upstairs. You want to share? You want to stay here? We got enough space to spread out this time.
I'll go upstairs with you.
All right, come on. It's cool. It'll be like a sleepover.
Okay.
All right.
She'll follow him up.
All right. Anything else that needs to transpire before everybody calls it an evening?
Did Val give us his phone number? Are you like in the text chain now?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
I
you get a
believe that was
text.
already done.
Okay, you get a text that says your house is okay.
Get a text back. Thanks. Let me know if you need any. Let me know if you need. Let me know if you need. He texts how I do not text. He does simplify letters. I just have to think about it consciously because when I try to do it, my gag reflex initiates.
Wow.
Welcome to me and the emoji texting from last episode.
I mean, you know, I hear if you hold your thumb down, you can stop your gag reflex from initiating.
Listen, that's about the only thing that causes my gag reflex to come through. But
today on Gay Trivia.
let me know if you need anything else. Thumbs up.
Hey, you just get a K back. That's it. That's all.
Oh, Mara, I don't know if you were here, but we need to go by the Sept in the morning and pick up everybody. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Ingvar gave the directive of get what rest you need tonight, but ready to wake up before dawn.
Yep.
Okay. So sleep is found in various locations. Hikau, you sleep and you dream. There we go.
Fucking amazing.
Cow has a hat.
Love it.
Right?
No.
Cow's got a hat.
Legitimately, I just was not looking over at that point, and I looked back and suddenly had a hat, so it threw me for an instant.
You're surrounded by rugged mountains, blanketed in a covering of deep trees. You've seen terrain like this before. You've, walked / ridden over most of North America from east headed west. And as you find yourself walking, you suddenly realize that you are viewing this, though, from a perspective that you've never seen it at before. You're walking about 1,500, 2,000 feet above the ground surface. As you glance down, you find that you're in glabro form. Your feet are bare, with the talons coming out of your toes. And every time your foot hits, there's a little wisp of cloud. As you glance over this landscape, though, it's quiet. Very, very quiet. Even in its most primal, untouched form, there's always activity in the wilderness of some sort. You're a little further away, but even from here, you feel like you should be able to pick up or sense some form of movement, even if it was just birds flying closer to you than the ground surface is. There's a deep silence that falls over this landscape. And then there is your ears catch the sound of a crack as there is suddenly a gout of dust and rock from one of the higher peaks. And the sound that emanates from this gash that you can see almost a quarter mile away is like a scream with the frequency turned down somewhat. Not that high-pitched piercing noise, but a lower, more resonant vibration, but still with that howling emphasis of pain and rage underneath it. And then you wake up.
Verify. So the mountain erupted and something screamed?
Mm-hmm.
Was it like the mountain was screaming?
It was difficult to tell. And it wasn't really more of an eruption. It was more of a rupture.
Like something
So it wasn't
breaking
like
free?
it didn't feel like there was pressure built up underneath and it burst outward. It felt like there was tension on the rock and it snapped open.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a subtle distinction, but
Yeah. Something failed, not something escaped or burst out. But
right,
something
exactly.
failed.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get any sense of like something being revealed by that failure? Like tension broke and now something is
Exposed.
exposed? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is how you would describe it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where am I?
You are about an hour and a half out of LAX.
I like to imagine that because werewolves being werewolves, even Hekal being as calm a werewolf as he is and as low a rage werewolf as he is, when I got in line to get on the plane, half the like passengers changed flights. So like I'm in the back in like the cheap seats, but there's nobody around me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
That is a great pan out moment.
Yeah, it's like just like alone in the back.
Right. And you just the camera pulls back towards the front of the plane and it's just empty row, empty row, empty row, empty row. Oh, there's a person, right?
Very pointedly tried to not look behind them.
But the rest of you awaken in Denver.
Cool.
Sal, you have a response from Hawk's Wandering. Because you had texted her about what needed to be done with Aiden. She says business should be handled this morning at the Sept. This text was sent back to you at like 5:30 in the morning. Business should be handled this morning at the Sept. Bring everybody who needs
One second.
bring everybody who needs help from your pack / candidate. We'll get you all prepared.
Just thanks. I will make the same effort that Jeremy is doing, and it's THX. I will pass that on to the others. I'll probably just do a copy and paste with from Hawkswander into the group chat.
Val, it's so hard for me not to say Aiden. Val is up probably an hour and a half before dawn. Morning workout regime, meditation regime, all of that, shower, etc.
How long of a drive is it from this place to the Sept?
I would imagine not long. Isn't the Sept like?
It's about a half hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ingvar is probably up around that time as well.
And since that went to the group text, Grania has access to that as well now.
Yep. And Granya's already like up and ready, up and going, and like probably halfway to after this.
Okay.
Grania gets up early, gets ready, loads all of her new toys into the car, finds a special hidden place for the seat.
Legit.
Ingvar will gather everyone. If they haven't woken up yet, she will wake them up.
Rouse the troops.
Fine.
I imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. I imagine technically speaking, if Dakota and Sal are sharing a room, none of us need to.
Of note, you may not have heard it, Yanni, but of note, Val specifically offered up the master bedroom for you.
Oh, Ingvar didn't care for it. Like she was just like, I'll pick
Fair.
a room.
But yeah, no, that is essentially Ingvar's room right now, whether she chooses it or not.
The cow will take it.
I mean, if it was like left entirely unavailable and just sort of like, I expect you as the alpha to take the master bedroom, then she will, but she wasn't going to choose it.
No, yeah, he does not sleep in the master bedroom tonight.
Mhm.
So yeah, whether that doesn't mean you have to, obviously, but
Alex slept outside.
Fair enough.
Aw. She wanted to.
yeah.
She just didn't come back inside.
Honestly, you probably wouldn't be the first person to sleep out sleep out in the yard.
It just
in
feels
this
like a
around this
werewolf
house.
thing.
Yeah.
This economy.
Monaco slept somewhere, but none of you know where.
Cool.
Dakota woke up early and has like coffee and whatever food there was available in the kitchen.
He keeps it legitimately stocked.
Okay. She has a nice spread of like breakfast food laid out. And as people come downstairs, she says, I don't care how much you eat, but you have to eat something.
I think Sal probably wakes up as Dakota is waking up and follows down to help, which just means he's eating little bits of whatever she is making as she's making it.
Quality control. It's important.
As Dakota wakes up, she probably like pokes him awake every morning.
Yeah. It's always like, I
Sal, I'm up. You should be up. Sal.
Yeah. All right. Jeez. All right.
Okay. So wakefulness is found, food is had. Are you guys leaving straight for the sept then?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Okay.
should hit the step first before anything else.
So Grania, you probably get there about 45 minutes, half an hour before they do.
Yep.
Um,
Wait outside the sept like a pack member.
Okay. But after a little bit, two more vehicles show up. And the rest of your pack plus Val tumbles out.
Does Dakota ride with Sal this time?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm Grania sitting on the sitting on the tailgate to like on the open tail with the like tail closed, but like on top on like the rim, feet on the bumper, just like waiting.
So
Hello there.
All right.
How many flak vests did I have?
2.
2. All right, does the extra ones were 2? Yeah. So just
Yep.
like I'll just go when we're done here or whenever you want them, Ingvar. Oh wait, did Ingvar get one of the other ones?
Ingvar already has one.
Already has one. Whoever wants the 2 vests I've got, they're in the car. Sal, saved the helmet special for you.
Appreciate it.
There's a flutter of wings, and Dustbringer flies down and lands on Ingvar's shoulder. Then gives you kind of a sharp rap peck at the corner of your left eye.
Good to see you as well, Dustbringer.
Change is on the wind.
I feel it. Well, let's head inside and face the first stage of it, shall we?
Okay.
Let's get it done.
You guys go in, following down the hallways that you know your way through now. Push open those big double doors to get into the Karen Hart. The room is quiet, but there are still a number of people here. Some sort of much more meditative, much less active vigil was obviously held overnight for Aiden's remains. And as you guys enter, a pair closer to the door turn to look at you. Hawk's Wandering and the Master of the Right, Grey Snow. Hawks gives just the faintest tilt of a head towards the Theurge, who steps forward. The ceremonies were held overnight. Much respect was given to your Alpha. May he rest in Gaia's grace.
May you rest in Gaia's grace.
Our thanks, Grace Noria.
I am beloved as Master of the Right for this Sept. I must ask a great favor of you.
Speak it.
I need your Theurge to stay with me for a time.
She looks over her shoulder at Moriko.
Moriko's eyes are angled towards the ground, per usual, motionless, like usual.
Over the totem phone. Are you all right with this?
Yes.
She looks back.
Odin, says Sal over the totem phone.
Very well.
And then
Hopefully I can get her back to you before this conflict erupts into open. But in the event that I cannot, we'll keep you updated on our progress. This is a bit more spiritual side to this conflict. that we are preparing for, which will hopefully bolster your efforts when you confront these invaders.
Understood.
If you have any questions, ask them now. Otherwise, Moriko and I must be on our way with a few others to begin.
It is not my place to ask the inner workings of the Umbral realm and the Theurges. I will leave you to your work.
Sal leans over to Moriko, doesn't touch her, but just sort of leans over and then out loud says, "Thanks for everything, Doc. We'll keep your seat warm for you.
Noted.
You did a hell of a job."
Come, Moriko, we must be on our way. And he turns and walks, and she follows right behind.
I had a quick question.
Yes.
Is Gray Snow one of the elders? Because we
No.
were okay, never mind. Won't say anything.
He's
then.
master of the right, but
He's
he's not
matters-
one of the elders.
Right. He's master of the
Okay.
right, but he is not on the ruling council, which is
Okay.
generally that is how that goes, except in septs of very, very low population.
Cool.
But yeah.
Or very spiritual steps.
Or yeah, septs where, yeah. Hawks looks at you guys. Well, we need rituals first, or do we want to see to Storm's Dawn?
The rate of achievement thing to do first, but
You're at the Sept. There's no more appropriate place to do it than here.
I have a lot of glory written on my arm.
I can see that.
I think. Is there a specific place where Aiden will be taken for his final rest?
Windy Saddle is where the children of Gaia keep our grove and commemorate our fallen.
Is that where members of his original pack would be?
Some of them.
Let us do what we must do here and then adjourn there directly.
Very well. And have we made a decision about this one?
Yes.
Coda
Crimson
will-
Sun will
Just
Crimson
look
Sun will
around
be
a
joining. Crimson Sun will be joining our pack.
Very good. There are a few things to finish as far as Stormstone's vigil is concerned, so let's step out. Unless you're intent on having these rituals performed in the Cairn Heart, they can be done with equal efficacy here or elsewhere.
No, let us leave the final steps of the vigil to their task.
All right. Should guide you guys out, and the exterior of the building that serves as the focal point of the Sept of Forgotten Questions cairn is fairly windswept. Low kind of scrub plant cover. And at this hour in the morning, there's a pretty fresh breeze coming across the lake that's nearby. But this is one of the rarer points where you've seen these sort of rituals taking place in the open on this side of the gauntlet. Hawk starts with the rite of accomplishment. Does anybody have enough renown to go to a permanent dot besides Grania?
I do.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah,
I have enough honor.
Okay.
I have enough glory and wisdom.
I also have glory and wisdom.
Okay.
How much
does
do you
it.
need?
10.
You need to have a full 10 in
Okay.
your temporary in order to rank it up.
Yeah.
She does this in a slightly more familiar way to those of you who came out of Vegas. She uses the same sort of silvery tinged pace that Irving Silverstein used at y'all's first rite of accomplishment. Draws a series of glyphs onto each of you as she begins the ceremony and the procedures, and works her way down the line of those of you that have the candidacy for those sort of advancements to your reputation amongst the Guru Nation and amongst the world of the spirits as well. Let me see what she needs to roll for that.
Is it silvery enough that Grania has a problem, or no?
It's silver in color. It's not silver in substance elementally.
I
as
mean,
it
I'm
were.
already having a problem anyways because there's a bare silver blade in the room. 2 now?
This is yeah, that is legitimately fair.
Clave and web cutter?
Web cutter and clave. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. That's 2 of
But
them.
I mean, but are they drawn?
As long as they're present.
Oh, okay.
They don't have.
Does
They
it
don't
make
have to
harder?
be open.
Does
What?
it make it mechanically harder with each item?
No, it's just if there's silver present.
Fair.
I-
It's binary. Yes, silver, no silver.
My transformation is more if there's silver. And yeah, web cutter doesn't have a scabbard. I think I just made a leather. I think I just made like a leather sheath for it, but it doesn't cover the whole thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
It basically has a frog.
Yeah, it's got like a leather. Like that's pretty much it. And I don't know that the clave has a scabbard either, because claves generally don't have them.
No, claves generally do.
Oh,
Yeah,
do?
they
Okay.
do. They
Yeah.
do. They
Mhm.
absolutely do.
All right,
Because
right,
if you
because if they're
take it out-
drawn, yeah, they have to be. That's,
If you take it
yeah.
out, you got to use it.
Yep. Mhm.
One partially bare and one still silver.
But the ritual comes off with plenty of efficacy, and those of you that had a full temporary bar can clear that out and change it to permanent.
Sweet.
Now have gained a 5th glory and a 2nd wisdom.
All right, I am now at 4 glory, 2 honor, 3 wisdom, which makes me rank 2.
Hey, there you go.
What happens when I'm rank 3? Because I think that just happened.
Actually, hang on,
Are you at 2 glory, 6 honor, 2 wisdom?
Yup.
hang on. What's the limit? What's the ranking? For
Whoa.
rank
You have
3
achieved
for
Hadron.
Ragabash.
Yeah. I think I did that right. Yeah.
What's Ragabash rank 3?
Like 13 or 10 points or something like that.
13 in any combination for
Okay,
Hadron for
okay.
Ragabash.
I've got 9,
Yeah.
so I'm not there yet. All right.
So
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
Jack,
fuck yeah.
I actually never asked you. I just set him at absolute base starting rank
Mhm.
1. I don't know if that was accurate or not. I'm fine anyway.
As a Arun, you should currently be at, I
Because-
believe,
Yeah, base like starting rank 1 is 3 glory, no honor, no wisdom.
not according to W20. No, it's
According to
2
W20,
glory,
Cleath
1
is
honors.
210.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
So, but no, in terms of what Val should have been at entering the story, he should have been at 311.
311. All right,
311. Yep.
dope. I know where my brain got screwed up. Thurges are 030 or something like that.
I was gonna say,
And I always
Here's
go like,
003,
yeah,
yeah.
their battles there. That's where my mind was.
Mhm. Yep. But yeah, so everybody has been given their new permanent rank.
And slightly before me because I'm only literally 5 temporary glory away from hitting it. Alex has hit the required renown for rank 3.
Go.
Yep.
Is there like a World of Warcraft style yellow burst of energy as Alex rolls up?
No,
Ding!
it's just everybody can feel on some sort of internal level this shift as all of you kind of reorient yourself according to the various connections and standings that mystically tie the guru to each other. Yeah, and Alex comes out on top.
Oh shit, boxcars, hell yeah.
Does that mean we have to?
Dakota.
Does that mean we have to call Urea?
I mean, more of us ought to take swings at Xena, I guess.
Dakota helped me give a good speech. That's what.
Now,
I mean, you can always challenge me in peacetime, Ingvar says.
Iron Blood, you wouldn't be the first person to be alpha to someone of higher rank than them.
And of course not.
To be clear, in case that's coming across like I was suggesting we challenge Ingvar, it was a reference to the fact that recently.
Oh yeah, Alex took
Spit out
Alex took a
Ingvar.
swipe at Ingvar, and Ingvar ended up
Yeah.
raging in response.
Amusingly, Val can't even challenge Alex at this point.
I won't use that at all. Okay.
To be clear, that's issue a formal challenge.
Huh?
He can push back on things. He
Oh, yeah.
won't because he's a silver fang guru who puts all weight in rank.
Do you have
But
to be
he-
at least within 1 rank to formally challenge someone?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're 2 ranks out, you can't even issue a challenge. to
Yeah.
them
If there's
in
if there's
any
more,
way, shape, or
yeah,
form.
you have to be an adjacent rank to somebody at minimum.
And that's where a lot of the abuse is coming because Elder Guru can just fucking curb stomp Adrian and
and
below, and
Adrian,
they
yep.
can't even seek official
recompense for it. Yep.
redress.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. No, there's
Yeah.
flaws in this structure.
Oh, yes.
For damn sure.
What?
Wait, are you telling me that a hierarchical system has the capability
Based on
Of-
arbitrary standards of accomplishment.
has the capability by a government formed around the concept of war to be abused?
Wonder why Rania doesn't fit in.
And then Hawks guides all of you down to the edge of the lake. Step in, make a circle. Val, you're in the middle.
No, he takes a moment, takes his shoes off, socks off.
Everybody roll stamina difficulty 6.
Excellent.
Who's in the water?
Just stamina? Okay.
Specialty tireless, I assume not.
No, not in this case.
1.
1.
-1.
Oh man.
There's a botch on Dakota.
Difficulty 6, you said?
3.
Diff 6.
I'm writing
Alex,
that
you've got an
high.
ability in there.
Did I? Oh, hang on.
1
Oh yeah, I
success.
did. Sorry, let me do that again. There
Oh,
we
no.
go. None.
None.
No botch though.
It's fucking cold.
Whew.
Alex, you step in and immediately leap back out with that kind of wolf part of the brain taking over of don't step in cold water in cold weather kind of thing.
Yep. Nope. I'm used to a desert.
Yep. Dakota, same thing for you.
She'll let out a little squeal.
Yep.
Out.
And you can feel kind of the cramping in your feet as you step back out, and it's cold. It bites.
Val has stripped down to completely boxers and just waded right in.
What is wrong with you?
I'm a silver.
Hawk's
Fang.
Wandering will put a hand on Dakota and Alex's shoulders and force you guys back into the water.
Sal's out there. He's like, come on, guys. If I'm not gonna get to go on a date tonight, I may need to come back in here later. Let's get this on.
Fucking amazing.
Ingvar just sort of steps in. Not quite as bad as diving into the Guldfoss, but it's.
Oh my God, we get it. You're from somewhere cold, but
There's definitely
This isn't natural for me.
there's definitely like just a little bit of steam coming off of Grania, like as the hot body hits cold water.
Yep.
It's like that's nice, very nice.
It's all right.
I don't
I'm
like
sure
it.
I'm sure it's quite invigorating. Please respect the elements while we try and put this silver fang falcon into your pack.
Sal will like rub
Question.
Dakota's shoulders to try to warm up a little bit.
Last time there was a lightning bolt involved. We're standing in water.
Fascinating, isn't it?
It'll be fine.
And she begins her pontificating from the shore, and then slowly begins to walk into the water,
I reach out
deeper and deeper and deeper,
I reach out.
circling around you guys.
and like take Dakota's forearm clasp, and say, "If we die, don't let go."
Don't worry. If
she
you
will
die, you'll
death
be
grip on
electrocuted
Grania.
and you won't be able to let go.
2 times the fuck is wrong with you?
That was Jeremy. That was
Oh, okay.
not Val.
Okay.
Val is not. No, that would have been Aiden, but that
Yes,
is
I
not
know.
Val. Val is too focused on not screwing this up. However, it might get
Yep.
screwed up.
After 10 minutes, she reaches a hand out and then kind of tilts her head. And then lowers a finger towards Val. And there's a faint, ever so faint. Fortunately, she spent a willpower. Rumble of thunder, distant somewhere over the mountains, farther to the west. But there is no bolt of lightning. You guys can feel the water, though, get a little bit colder. Val, as it gets a little colder, you faintly feel something that almost feels like the scraping of claws against your lower legs as they're in the water. Something hard and sharp.
Okay.
I just heard.
And then this awareness suddenly hits your brain as suddenly you can feel all of these people.
I am passively.
And he loses his balance and goes face first into the
I am
water.
passive. As he gets that awareness, I'm passively humming the Jaws theme over the mind link, so that's the first thing
Wow.
he hears.
This is for serious.
Everybody give me a
Communicate-
wits and empathy roll.
Difficulty?
Diff 8.
8. Ooh.
Mhm.
2.
One.
First-
Zero.
A success.
Dakota is very cold.
3 successes.
Mhm.
3 successes. Okay.
The cold has activated my empathy senses.
And then Sen, can you just roll me a D10?
Roll 1d10. 4.
You're fine. Okay. All of you except Dakota also feel as there's this rush of awareness as a new person is added to the mind link. And everybody is suddenly very aware of all the people in the circle, the one person face down in the water.
Sputtering.
Who's
Good, he's
climbing
not
back
dead.
up. Right. Everybody but Dakota also feels just the faintest tingle far, far to the west. Like seeing the headlights of a car several miles away on a distant mountain road across a wide valley, but getting closer.
Is it?
And that's where we're going to go to break.
Val just says, "Whoa."
All right. If you're watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, grab a food, grab a drink, grab a person, whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in
Consensually.
Consensually. And we'll be
Have a
back
Glam Bro. This week's episode brought to you by Glam Bro.
in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur.
A Macaulay story,
I mean, a Macaulay story also works.
right? Yeah, we
Yeah.
should totally run one of those.
I would love to. Please, I love the Macaulay. I want to play one. I have a character and everything.
We want to be were lizards.
Uh,
Okay, so anyway,
He reclaims crocodile skin boots by murdering the owners.
does he make the owners into boots?
No, that would
Okay.
be emulating the humans, and we're not going
Okay.
that far.
We are not them. Anyway, all right. Before we get too far off the beaten path,
late.
so rituals concluded. Val is now a fully official member of the pack, and
Sal will hold out a hand to Val, who's down in the water.
Yep.
And then
Oh.
we'll let go halfway up.
Ah!
And we'll go, and then we'll hold out the hand again, grinning, and go, all right, 2 times. Now you're in the pack. And we'll, if he will accept the hand again, we'll
Yep.
actually help him up this time.
Oh, I get it, because this is like the second time, right? Yeah,
There
I
you
get it.
go.
Yeah, Sal's jokes are pretty much one note.
That's right.
well, speaking of jokes and something that isn't one, she looks over, and you guys can see a number of people bringing a cloth-wrapped humanoid object out of the care.
Ingvar nods. Let's transport him to the grove.
Very well. I'll go speak to the proper people. You guys have about 20 minutes while they get Aiden's body loaded and everything prepared to go underway. It's very quiet, kind of somber, reflective, introspective to an extent, sort of situation.
Lift a shivering Dakota out of the water and back up on dry land.
Thank you.
Sal will just make sure everybody's doing as well as they can while this is happening.
How are you doing that, Sal?
Going from person to person, trying to gauge how everybody is.
Wits and empathy, difficulty 6. Anybody who's trying to keep out of that?
Well, that was at 8. Do you want me to re-roll it or stick with the 2?
You can just stick with the 2 if you want.
No, I'll take it 4.
What was the hiding senses?
If you're trying to keep things hidden, wits and empathy, or sorry, not he was really wits and empathy. Manipulation and subterfuge, difficulty 6.
You're roboting a little bit, Jack.
Okay.
Just so you know.
3, unfortunately.
Not really getting anything off of Grania there.
Oh, I don't know if you saw, I re-rolled at 6 and got a 4.
Oh,
Wow.
Just for fun.
When
Why
did you
not?
get good at empathy?
That's literally what I've been putting my XP into this season.
yep.
Ever since a
Delightful.
dove yelled at me.
Now you get yelled at by a dove. It really affects
Manipulation
you.
and subterfuge for Val.
Oh,
And remember, it's a social role, so your pure breed applies.
yep. I have that as a permanent. If I can find my manipulation and stuff.
We need to make this roll if we're not hiding anything. We're trying to
No, if
suppress
you're not
it.
hiding anything,
Okay.
you don't have to. Or if you're not trying to keep anything under wraps.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. Nope, 2. Because I don't have many dice in that outside of my pure breed.
All right. So
Manipulation 1, subterfuge.
what do you guys feel that Sal is getting off you guys then?
So with Grania you get a sense. It's hard to pick up because 3 to 4, but you get the sense that she's very much putting on a jovial nature. There's not like sadness behind it. There's just nothing.
That's much scarier. Val is still trying to deal with the fact that he has voices in his head, first of all. This is new and interesting and fun and scary. And just in relation to this whole thing is feeling a little awkward because now he's in that weird nebulous place of, yes, I'm part of the pack, but this is pre-me, so I don't know where I fit right now.
Ingvar's not really hiding anything. She's just being very somber and like, this is our task. Let's finish it and give appropriate last rites to our former leader.
That is called. And suddenly very sad.
Alex is unsettled. She's kind of a little bit antsy because she's waiting to see how things shake out. She is not super trusting. This whole Denver sucks, in Alex's opinion. Denver sucks a lot, and she doesn't like. She's trying to trust more because that's like a thing you need to do, and it is hard right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Val is very much trying to take cues off Ingvar as what to do. So it is very much a mimicking Ingvar outwardly kind of thing.
Fantastic. Which is good because Ingvar's putting on the stoic face. So
yes. Just real bad at being stoic. He is.
Sal pulls off his tracksuit, the tracksuit top, which has got a sleeveless tee on underneath, and holds it out to Dakota.
She will definitely take it. Thank you.
And he looks around while we're sort of waiting. Says, "Look, we're gonna go do right by the boss, and then we're gonna go, and we're gonna finish what we all started. We're gonna finish it together, all of us. And that means all of us 2 times. All right?
Yep.
Part of this whole thing now. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm glad you're with us."
Thanks. Glad to be here. He will walk to the shore. I have 7 rage. I can go ahead. I will spend a rage to insta shift to lupus. Shake off water. Shift back so we can get redressed without having wet clothes.
I have no idea this has
And it's perfectly natural to him. Like he does this probably all the fucking time.
I have no idea if this has any impact on most of the group. It might make Val do something, but Grania was wearing a white t-shirt today.
Yep.
She doesn't seem to care, but
Yeah. Sal sort of pauses to watch this happen with Val, kind of shakes his head, and then turns back and continues and says, "We're going to make Denver a better place than it was when we got here. All right? We're going to see this through." And he's looking at Grania at this point. "We're going to see this through. We're going to ride it out. We're going to wipe those motherfuckers out."
my eyes are up here, Sal.
He's not looking at you.
She knows. She knows.
And then he moves on, and this part of the job probably just got that much harder, but he looks to Alex now. And says, "And then we're gonna go wherever. Go back to Vegas. Let's go someplace fucking warm.
You know that because you said that, you have just foreshadowed that season 3 is going to be in Iceland.
Oh, on a meta level? Yeah, absolutely. I did it on purpose,
Beautiful.
motherfuckers.
Cut to 6
I-
months later.
I am still 100% pushing for the next season to be in New York so we can deal with Sal's shit.
I know, me too.
All
You
right.
don't got to do that. My shit's great. Don't go back to New York. Don't
Yes,
talk to anybody. Don't
go
ask about
fucking
my
back to
nickname.
New York.
Nah.
So there's about half a dozen other Guru who have loaded Aiden's body into a vehicle. And they simply tell you to follow them. It's about a 45-minute drive. A little bit south, but mostly west to what is known as Windy Saddle Park. The area is pretty steeply terrained. There's a lot of trees, especially on the southern faces of these slopes, because this little ridge runs in a more east-west direction. And as you go, you eventually get to a pull-off. There's a couple kinfolk actually that meet you there. One of them is dressed. Most of them are dressed in kind of, hey, we're going hiking. Some of them have shovels. One of them is dressed in very good business attire. She's probably late 30s. Gives a nod to Hawks wandering as Hawks gets out of the car. And once they disembark, you guys see that one of the elders is actually here as well, which speaks to the breeze.
Is Ifa among the kinfolk?
Nope.
Okay.
I will.
Breeze immediately shifts into Lupus and begins just kind of drifting off to one side a little bit as this sharply dressed kinfolk leads the way into the woods. And you guys walk maybe quarter of a mile over wild terrain. Fairly slow, since you've got people that can't take 4 feet along the way, plus you're carrying a body. And then that kinfolk kind of gestures off to one side. This is where we were going to have the grave set. It'll have the most impact. Hawks nods. Val, you can give me since you're the only local here present, you can give me a intelligence and etiquette.
Okay.
Difficulty 7. Anybody who has dots in law can also give me an intelligence law, difficulty 8.
Nope.
Yeah, let me do that.
I have dots
Okay.
in law.
3.
No
Three.
law, so you can break it.
Exactly.
What was the difficulty on
Any-
intelligence law?
Most
8.
anarchists,
Intelligence law, difficulty 8.
most anarchists are familiar with their local laws.
Gosh, I'm not doing well tonight.
Oh boy.
Not a botch though for Dakota.
1.
To
1
clarify,
for Alex.
Yep.
1 for Grania. 3 for Val. Okay.
To clarify, most smart anarchists.
Most anarchists that want to remain anarchists for extended period of time.
There are a whole lot of really dumb anarchists who don't bother to look that shit up.
Oh, does Sal have a law as well?
Oh yeah, he does.
Okay, good.
I would argue that if you don't know the laws you're trying to you're trying to circumvent, you're less an anarchist and more you've approached anarchy the same way a hot topic approaches goth. Like
Much the same way that Grania has law. Sal has law.
Yep.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Those of you with successes, you are aware that burying a body that at least appears human is a level of protection against that area of land getting disturbed, developed, things of that nature. And you get the idea that whoever this kinfolk is probably a lawyer of some sort and works with the Children of Gaia to protect this stretch of mountain by sometimes burying dead people in it.
We bury our Hamid dead around this park so they can't do anything to the park.
Exactly. And so this is sort of a, hey, you know, they're dead, but they're still fighting in a sense, because their presence has an effect that forces society into following certain strictures around the use of this land. But it's a very quiet internment. Not a lot is said. The hole is dug. Takes a while because there's tree roots and shit. But Aiden is eventually put 6 feet underground. And then the shovels are left for anybody who wants to help put the dirt back on top.
I grab a shovel.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they'll definitely.
Ingvar definitely grabs a shovel.
Ingvar does, I mean, Sal does too.
That's just Dakota.
You guys put in, and then once the grave is refilled, Hawks reaches into a small bag that they had brought and brings out a tree, a little seedling, makes a depression, plants it in, buries it on top. All right. Now he's at rest.
Would this be an appropriate time for us to say something to the departed?
If you wanted to.
Sal will go up, kneel down by the sapling, cross himself, and quietly say, "You gave me my heart back, boss. I want to do my best to share it with everybody in the pack, like you told me to, like you taught me to." And then he stands up and steps back.
What kind of tree is it? Alex asks.
It's a ponderosa.
A pine tree. Okay. Let's go.
Yes.
Dakota will walk over, kneel down, take off one of her scarves and tie it around the base of the tree. And just walk back.
Or sort of shuts her eyes for a minute, tilts her head down. There's the muttering of something in Icelandic that people can't really make out, especially because no one actually speaks it.
Well, we're going to return to our business. Take as much time as you need. This place is open for anyone of the nation. Speaks to the breeze, still in lupus form, has paced a circle of wolf footprints in the loose dirt around the tree, and has then headed back off, back towards where the vehicles were parked. And you guys are left to your own devices in the woods.
Ingvar stands at the back of the group and just waits for everyone to be ready to move on, basically.
Grania sort of stepped aside and is waiting.
Alex is going to text Aiden's number that just says I'll try. And she sends that, and then she's just gonna stand there staring at the tree.
Hear a buzz sound and bursts out of the ground.
For the carry moment.
And then she deletes his number off her phone.
Coming this fall to theaters, Left on Dead.
Oh my god. First of all, why is that not the name of a horror movie already?
You know it isn't.
Yeah.
Second of all, Jack. Third of all, that's fantastic.
Okay. So, if nothing else is to be done here, what's happening next for the Wings Pack?
That depends, Jack. Chat.
Oh, I didn't hear about chat.
That was my part 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we heard Jack, not chat.
Right. Yep.
Or Jack, chat.
It was Jack check chat was the phrasing there.
I heard
Yeah.
Jack, check Jack. I can't even
I mean,
say
that is fair.
What we're saying is we didn't understand what you were saying.
No,
Check
that
Jack.
I got that.
I did, and I just assumed everyone else did.
Okay. No, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because she was
Yeah,
a silver
no, that
fang,
makes
right?
sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's only the guy in Fallen
That makes
generally
sense.
get planted here.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. Nope. Nothing.
What's
Okay.
next in Fearless Leader?
I believe
God,
the
it's
two
so
of you
good
have a
for me not to have to think about that.
you begin to infect me with your damn accent. I believe the two of you have another obligation that you intended to fulfill, Ingvar says to Sal and Dakota.
I think so. She'll look at Sal.
Yeah, we'll get it out of the way. It's bringing a little bit of joy back into the world after the last couple of days seems like maybe not the worst idea. We can meet up with y'all somewhere, or hell, if anyone wants to come, don't gotta be just us two. As long as that's okay with you, Technicolor.
Of course.
Go handle that, and we will wait for you in the forest near where we're going to be hunting the remaining fetishes. Any of you who wish to go, feel free. I will lead the party of those who are heading ahead.
Okay.
I tend not to
So
go to
Dakota
kids'
and
things, they
Sal.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
it
For Val.
says, I tend to not go to kids' things. They tend to run away and scream and cry and shit. So I'm
Kids
good.
like me.
Everybody likes you, Technicolor.
You are super likable.
Thank you.
Those rabbits that run screaming every time you come to the woods.
Just want to play.
They know.
I just want to play.
That's what they're
Fun.
Oh boy. I wanted to try
Okay.
and
So
cross. Sorry.
you want to try and cross over?
Yeah, I wanted to try and cross over. Not here probably, but
Mhm.
where we're waiting.
We can do that. Is there a specific region you want to cross over at?
To I've been having trouble meditating. I want to go and spend some time in the spirit realm. That's all.
All right. We'll do that while we wait.
Okay. So the next fetish that you guys are aware of is somewhere in the Centralia Mountain area, based on what the stone elemental told you guys. This is another defensive fetish that's held by some sort of bighorn spirit. For Sal and Dakota, taking Sal's vehicle, I assume.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a message in chat for me.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, we're getting there. You guys can go get ice cream and popsicles and head to the address that Willow Conley gave you.
As well
But
as
everybody starts to move back to the vehicles. Grania.
Hanging back a little bit as everyone sort of heads that way, like miming that she's going to start walking with them and then just sort of stopping as she's wont to do. Once they're a little bit further away and out of earshot, out of immediate earshot, turns back, walks over to the, kneels down at it, just very, very quietly down to the grave marker. Fucking wrong, Aiden. Sorry you're gone, but you're very wrong. Reach into her pocket, pull out her flask, open it, and just pour it out. Brave. And final drink then. Drinks the rest of it herself. I'll try, but I'm not the person you thought I was. Put it away, straighten up, collect herself, and then follow after.
All right. So most of you head off towards the place that you were indicated. And Centralia Mountain is accessible by kind of a frontage road, forestry road. Find a place off one of the bends to park the vehicles that are headed up there. And if you want to cross over,
Yep.
now's when you'd make your rolls for that.
Okay.
It's Gnosis roll. This far out, you're at difficulty 6. You can spend willpower if you want to.
I would like to, yes.
Okay. Are you making this for everybody there, or is everybody who's not there present, who is there presently, going to either stay on this side or cross over under their own?
Curious question.
Mhm.
What is the group's Gnosis ratings at this point? Because we sort of just we had a Theurge who had shades, so just assumed all of them did.
I have
Handle it,
Gnosis 4.
Better than me.
My Gnosis is 6.
Show off.
Oh my god. Am I the highest Gnosis now?
Oh no.
Mine's 5.
Mine's 7, y'all.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Getting to that stage in the game where people start, pulling away from the pack as far as
You and
what
Ingvar
they're
both-
specializing in.
Beautiful.
you and
Look,
Ingvar both
Val
have
is
more
good at a
gnosis
lot
than-
of. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, you and Ingvar both have more gnosis than Hakao does.
Look,
But it
Val
kinda
is
has to be
good at a
resourced.
lot of things. Val is a very material world minded person.
Uh-huh.
Because
not that in touch with his spirituality.
because Sal is over somewhere else, Ingvar will ask, "Do you want me to bring us all over?"
Yeah.
Okay.
You want us all to go over, or you want some of us to wait on this side for the others?
Not everyone
The,
needs
to-
to
the,
come.
to- the
It's
totem phone works
short.
across the gauntlet, doesn't it?
I think it always has, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't. They'll let us know when they're nearby.
All right.
I will spend a willpower and roll Gnosis.
Okay. Div 6.
Good.
You're out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
6 successes.
Excellent.
Go on.
So Ingvar reaches out claws, scrapes down. Oh, what is your reflective surface that you have? 'Cause you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
have one of those.
So Ingvar, let me know if this is appropriate, but Ingvar would use the Fang Daggers. So would use the blade of the Fang Dagger.
No, Fang Dagger's literally made out of a tooth.
Oh, it's
Those
made out of
aren't
bone. That's right.
reflective.
Blade of web cutter. Then at that point, because it's made of silver.
Web cutter, I think, is probably reflective enough. Yeah. Yeah, you could
So-
use web cutter.
Would it? I don't. Is the process of opening the gauntlets like very specifically laid out, or is there room for flavor?
There's a little bit of room for flavor. You basically carve a hole between worlds.
Yeah, because I was specifically thinking that Ingvar sort of like stares into the blade of web cutter for a moment and focuses, and then just tilts web cutter and rips with the blade.
And I mean, the gauntlet in and of itself is a construct of the Weaver. So using web cutter to get through it is pretty thematically appropriate, I feel.
Yeah.
And you guys immediately just step through to the other side. The woods here are deep and dark. The canopy of evergreens is thick, and only the faintest glimmer of sunlight gets through to the forest floor beneath, which is heavily, heavily carpeted with just layer upon layer upon layer of fallen needles. It's if you've ever been in like a Pine Barrens sort of area, ratchet that up by a couple exponential degrees, and this is where you're at. This is almost primal. Not quite, obviously. There's few, if any, places on the planet that are left in that nature, but the spiritual resonance of that sort of vein is definitely present here.
Okay. So, Alex wants to call out to some spirits of hatred to get some assistance, to get a gift. I don't think there are any out here, and she has been annoyingly unsuccessful at finding any gift, at any gnosis, in repeated attempts at meditating and calming herself down. So she is on edge.
Okay.
Maybe you're attracting spirits of hatred at this point.
Possibly. I don't know if there are any around.
Is she going to try and meditate today here or beforehand, or?
She did try it last night and it did
Right.
not work. No.
Okay.
She wants to, and this is doing weird things. Because she doesn't have anything, like, she is technically broke on a lot of things. Like, I think if I put anything in the frog bag at this point, it's been enough days that I would probably lose it because I have not fed it, because I do not have gnosis. She does not feel like she has anything to give in Shimonage, and so she would like to call on the little electricity spirits that kind of cluster around her and ask for assistance getting help with this.
So you're asking the electricity spirits to help you
Yes.
find a hatred spirit.
Yes.
Do you have any rights, like right of spirit summoning or anything like that?
I don't.
Okay.
I have, hang on, let me look at
Okay.
things.
Are we sure we shouldn't be looking for hatred spirits closer to a civilized area?
Yeah.
I heard that they can often be found near a well, actually.
That was good.
I do what I can.
Yeah. No, she does not have any summoning things.
Okay. In that case, There are a couple of naturally occurring electricity spirits nearby that are
Mhm.
sort of drawn to you. So you won't have to summon them.
Yep.
Give me that's from your spirit heritage background, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Give me a
She's basically going to try and use them to send a
manipulation-
message.
Yeah, manipulation expression.
Okay.
Difficulty 6, and you can add your spirit heritage dots to that.
Manipulation expression, diff 6. I get to add how much spirit heritage did I give myself? Something. Where is that? 4. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, she
I made choices.
yeah. Yeah, you did. Alex throws off not nearly as much electricity as Dustbringer does, but throws off some electricity every time she's in the outbreak.
Yep.
She's
All right.
she's sparky.
Can I spend willpower on this?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because I feel like
I'll let
she
you
would-
burn all your willpower before the important rolls. Why not?
Yeah. That is one success then.
One success. All right. You are
God.
able to get one electricity gaffling to calm the fuck down long enough to actually communicate with, because you do have spirit speech, right?
Yes.
And ask if they can contact a hatred spirit for you. And it manages to communicate something along the lines of, I'll try my best, and zaps off somewhere. Dakota and Sal. You guys find a store that's fairly close, because Sal is very well aware that when it comes to popsicles and ice cream, you buy them as close to the destination as possible.
Well, we were also going to get a cooler.
Okay. But you're able to find shops that will have what you need. And then you head to the address, I assume, that Will Conley gave you.
Yes.
It's a small kind of homesteady looking farm. There is a single mother there with 4 children. She looks a little haggard. The kids are running around in fairly well-worn clothes. Most of them look like hand-me-downs. They have a few animals, very large garden that is in the process of being harvested. And the house is in that sort of disorder that any house where the kids outnumber the adults 4-1 will eventually reach. But if you drop Willow Connolly's name,
Yeah.
the most children, especially most humans in general, but children especially, are generally not super comfy around werewolves unless the kids are kinfolk.
Right.
These kids definitely aren't comfy in that same sense, but not in the hide behind my mom kind of way, more in the run howling into the surrounding woodlands and keep shouting as we play games and just give these people a very wide berth sort of way. That's their initial reaction. What are you guys doing?
Dakota chases after them.
I knew
Oh
it.
no.
Okay.
Oh,
Technical off.
I'm so excited.
Give me.
They're playing.
We're playing. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey kids, you want some ice cream? Terminator run.
Give me a charisma and expression difficulty 9.
Let's be clear.
Anyone can pull that off.
In these kids' perspective,
You can spend willpower on this.
there's a weird old guy that radiates energy running at them, yelling to come back for ice cream.
Did you spend a
No,
willpower?
Okay,
on
I'm-
that?
I'm gonna
no,
spend-
no, that Sal is not doing that. I'm saying that's Dakota
Oh,
running
okay.
after them like a Terminator, shouting about it.
Can I spend a willpower on this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm spending willpower.
A weird
Okay.
wannabe hippie.
So that's one success.
Yes.
All right. You are able to convince 25% of the children to accept a treat.
She didn't have treats.
Oh, she was
Sal has
just
the treats.
okay. You are able to convince 25% of the children that you are actually playing, not here to murder them.
Okay.
Because, you know, when strangers show up on your property and then run after you into the woods, that's always a great time.
Yeah, nothing ominous there at all.
What time of day is it? It's still morning.
It's late morning. Yeah. Mhm.
We didn't get a name, right?
As far as who this woman is that you're visiting,
Yeah.
I wrote down her name somewhere. Hang on a second.
But I mean, do we know it yet? Because we may not.
Yeah, no.
I believe Will gave it to you.
Will gave you the name, Susanna.
Okay. Sal will sort of watch this, like, turn around with like the best grin that he can manage, and try to turn on the charm and say, sorry about her. She's just so enthusiastic about working with kids. My name's Sal, a friend of Mr. O'Connell. You must be Susanna.
That's right.
I sorry for stopping by without calling first, but
No,
Mr.
we
O'Connell.
don't have a phone. It's fine.
Well, I can probably help out with that if that's something you like. But Mr. O'Connell, you know, as part of the community outreach and so on, he mentioned that your kids could use some sugar, and I don't know what you've done to incur this kind of wrath and bring it down on yourself, but I'm here with a cooler full of ice cream and popsicles. So
That's mighty kind of Mr. Conley.
is there a place where we can put these safely that you can ration them? Maybe you take first pick and then figure out how you want to dole them out.
I can take him down to the cellar. That'll be fine.
No. I'll if you don't mind, ma'am, I'm happy to help.
All right, this way. And she walks around the outside of the house, and there's one of those, you know, sort of slanty doors that pulls open double, and stairs go down, and you can see it, you know, has that basement musty smell to it. You know, but it's cooler down there.
Do I have any sense if A, Nuisha have kinfolk, and B, if Nuisha kinfolk work the same way that Garou kinfolk do?
You have no idea.
That's totally fair. I don't think we have any reason to know, but I figured I'd ask. So Sal will say, looks like you got a lot of plants coming in out there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're gonna do more harvest today.
Could y'all use a hand?
That'd be much appreciated if y'all have the time still. Don't know what sort of arrangement you made with Mr. Will, but
I just out in the area and like to give back a little. Somebody very much like Mr. O'Connell, maybe not as much like I thought originally, but still quite a bit like him. Helped me out once in a rough spot, and always like to make sure that there's something to go around. I tell you what, my sister out there, she's gonna make sure them kids are nice and tired, which is a help. What I understand, looking after my own little brother is a help in and of itself, if you don't mind, and I can help you bring in things for a couple hours and over the totem phone. We got an hour or two to spare.
Who's that to? Over to
I mean, it's
Everyone.
a totem phone, so everybody. Ingvar, you're in charge.
Yeah. So Is that like you're going to be busy for an hour or two?
Yeah, if we got the time to spare. I mean, if not, we'll come on back. But there's some good work to be done here, I think.
Ingvar looks over at the situation regarding Alex, who is still like trying to get a message across at this point.
Yep.
Yeah. You got an amount of time. Don't push too hard, but at the moment we're still making preparations.
Okay. All right. Well, just give us a shout. How far out are we from where we are to where they are?
From where you are to where they are is probably about, driving wise, about an hour.
We can be there in an hour.
If you wolf ran it, probably about half an hour.
We can be there in an hour. Oh, do they have a working car?
These folks?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it.
We can be there in about half an hour.
Well, you've got some time right now. Alex is trying to commune, so we've got time.
Any minute now.
And Sal will carry it down, and then we'll help out with the garden. He is very bad at it, but is shockingly for Sal, doing his best to follow instructions if she is
Okay.
willing.
Yep. So she comes up out of the basement. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, you can call me Sal.
Mr. Sal, if you wouldn't mind beating the triangle over there.
Oh,
And you can see a big cast iron triangle hanging off the porch with a standard handle ringer.
How old is this woman?
She seems to be early 40s, probably.
All right. Miss Susanna, can I call you Susie?
All right.
Susie, it would be my absolute pleasure. And he will go over and just beat the shit out of the triangle.
Okay. Dakota, as you're running around and the one that you've made friends with, you hear this cacophony of reverberating metal, and immediately 4 kids just break cover and sprint back towards the house.
She will sprint with them.
Okay. So 5 people show up, and Miss Susanna claps her hands. All right, children, time to get more of the garden in. Remember, this is our preparation every year. So let's show these people how to do things around here. All right. There's a chorus of yes ma'ams, and work gloves are handed out. Tools are dragged up out of the basement. You hear somebody go, "Mama, what's this cooler down here?" "Never you mind. That's for later." And the lot of them start traipsing out to this garden that is probably at least 1.5 acres in size.
Do I have a sense of any way to get her last name?
I mean, there's any number of ways you could get her last name. You could break into the house and look for mail. You could.
I do
ask
not
her.
recommend that.
I mean,
method.
I'm just wondering, did I see it as anything that as I was walking through the house?
Give me a perception alertness difficulty 7, let's say.
Okay.
Because you haven't been in the house yet, and most people don't keep their mail down in the basement. But with 3 successes, I'll say you saw something that said either Walker or Wesker coming on the side of the mailbox as you drove up.
Okay.
I hope she's not a Wesker.
We might have issues.
Sal says,
Now, who said you could leave? Eyes glow yellow, tentacles erupt.
"Hey, I just came out here to help, not fall in love." So I think he'll just say, it's like I said, you can call me Sal. It's Salvatore Moraro, but please don't use the rest of it. But was it I saw was it Walker, Wesker? Well, just on the mailbox as we was coming in.
Oh yeah, no, Wesk is our last name.
My gosh.
It's a real pleasure. Hey, kids, I'm real bad at this. Which one of you want to show me how to do this the right way?
We do.
All right.
Complete global saturation.
Look, it's fine. She's taken the name back from the worm.
But yeah, no, there are several hours of work to be had breaking down the things that are ripe and ready for harvest. And it's all put in crates and boxes and baskets and whatnot. And every time that you think you got one filled up, somebody comes with another empty one. It's things are getting deposited into the house and around the porch mostly. But yeah, there's several hours of work to be had. So as long a time as you guys want to burn here,
Yep.
they'll be busy.
We'll wait. At some point, Sal is gonna go over to his new car and
Mhm.
grab a drink of water. And
Okay.
while he's there, he's gonna pull the title out of the glove box,
Mm-hmm.
transfer it over to Susanna Wesker,
Okay.
and tuck all the cash that's in his pocket into it, and then put it back in, and write a little note on the cash, which is just says, for the registration fee, I hear the tax out here is brutal.
Okay.
The worm gains more assets.
And then we'll come back and sort of jump back in, and it's following whatever ridiculous instructions the kids are giving him.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's mostly pretty standard harvesting instructions in terms of, how you pick green beans and stuff like that. But they've got a full contingent.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the Umbra. About an hour is spent waiting and waiting and waiting. Who here has spirit speech besides Alex?
I think in this group it's just Alex, unless Val has it.
No.
Okay.
He does not have third
Great.
gifts.
Cool.
The other
Everybody
two people
who's
that have
present.
spirit speech are elsewhere.
Everybody who's present, then give me perception and alertness difficulty 6.
Perception.
3.
awareness, diff
3
six.
for Ingvar. Okay. 3
3?
for Alex.
What was the
I
difficulty?
gotta find it.
6.
1 for Anya.
One for Grania.
3.
3 for Val. Something's got Grania a little distracted right now, whatever it might be. But at roughly the same time, Val, Alex, and Ingvar all hear this snapping, sort of crackling sound, almost like that sound that makes when you put two live wires together. In the distance, coming closer.
Pop.
For Val, yeah, right. But it's repeated, kind of
Yeah.
pop, 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 right, yep, and occasionally, crackling underneath it. For Val and Ingvar, you're like, oh, okay, electricity spirit's on its way back.
Yep.
Because you don't have spirit speech. Because what this means in spirit speech is, ah! And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Excellent.
Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.